Hey there, Cindy.
Hi, Delina. How are you?
Good, good. I thought we would just do a quick little training or like just a little vignette of
I like that.
one of the principles we teach our coaches,
Okay.
both in Wise Coach Club and in our certification. Um, we have just about finished this curriculum that we've been working on, and we have worked with a little girl. Now, this isn't a real girl, this is a fictional client that we did a little case study on. And
Right.
we named her Darcy. And this, if this is something that looks kind of fun to anyone watching, we do this every month. We kind of do a case study, we come up with a client, and we name them and we figure out the best program that we can write for their pain points. And
And
Darcy is 7. Sorry, Cindy, what were you going to say?
oh, I wanted you to let I would like to let people know that we had fabulous input from some of our coaches
We
that
did. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Yes. That is a great point. This is collaboratively written by Cindy, myself, and all of the coaches that come to our sessions in Wise Coach Club. So if this looks fun, I'll give you a little snapshot of this curriculum. It's just about done. I have a little bit of polishing up to do, but it is about ready to go. And we kind of imagined that kids similar to Darcy, um, we decided her biggest pain point, the reason she is there to seek help from the horses and you, is her biggest pain point was that she was upset that she had no real friends. That's what she confides in you. If you can imagine that you are seeing this little girl, that first visit. And so we kind of decided to look at Darcy's situation and create a program that we don't ever suggest creating a program just for a client. But Darcy is indicative of a population of children, especially post pandemic. Wouldn't you say, Cindy, that
yes.
they
Yes,
have
you yeah,
missed a
you were
big
reading my
part?
mind.
Oh, where was I?
Yeah,
The
yeah, because
communication
it is
they've
common.
missed of being online. Can you talk a
Mhm.
little bit about that from like the mental health standpoint?
Well, it's the issue of even though they're on Zoom when they're in school, there's still that isolation. They
Mm,
don't have that camaraderie, that face-to-face sort of interaction with their peers, and it becomes very lonely. And I think they lose a lot of traction in learning those social skills, don't you?
oh
I mean,
gosh, yes.
yeah,
Because really,
I
you can't learn social skills unless you're able to be like these kids that are picking up manure. Now that's fun, right?
it
But
is.
these kids, look at them, they're all together, and the kids
Yeah,
petting the little Clydie over here or Shire. Um,
yeah.
they're all together, and there's no way to really mimic that kind of connection and communication on Zoom.
Exactly. And it's a
Yeah.
problem that I'm hearing in the mental health realm
Oh,
more and more. It's just, I'm not ever surprised when somebody comes up with, with that particular issue of the child's perception is she has no friends.
oh,
And it really is sad. And especially um, those 2 years of the pandemic, that's a lot of time
right. Oh,
to
this little girl, if she was 7 when she's, is seeking out aid, or her parents are seeking out aid, then
sure.
she has really missed both. Would that be kindergarten and preschool, maybe even first grade?
Yeah,
So though,
yeah,
she has probably not been around a whole lot of children her age.
exactly.
Quit. Yeah. Sorry, my dog is
No,
barking.
That's okay. I got the dog in here wanting to sit on my pictures.
So when we think about friendship with kids, when we talk to our coaches that we worked with, the things that they really wanted to work on, goals for the program, they wanted to make sure that it was a fun program and they could make friends. Much of the work we do is experiential, right? So
Right.
they can make friends with the horses, they can make friends with each other if it's a group program. They wanted to explore emotions with the horses and the other kids. They wanted the kids to learn to trust themselves and others. And they wanted to explore problem solving and critical thinking, learning about differences and boundaries. So when we hear this question all the time, what am I going to do with the horses with this client? It is so much more involved, or it should be, than just, you know, oh, figuring out, oh, I'm just going to go and they're going to groom for an hour, in education, you need to tie all these things in together. And if these are our goals, I need to show where we're meeting these goals. So our I help statement for this program is we want to help kids learn about friendship, and we want them to communicate, that we want them to connect, and we want them to find calm, find peace, be able to kind of quiet down their body and their mind. That was important to our coaches that helped collaborate on this program. This is a little bit of a sloppy I help statement. So I'm going to change it a little. In this curriculum, we help young children find connection. Let's see. Obviously, I do this as I'm thinking. Children explore. How about explore friendship
I like it.
with the horses? With the horses. Attention will be placed on connecting
Mhm.
with others, communicating, and finding calm. I'm not, no. Connecting and communicating with others. Communicationing.
I love it.
Do you like that? Communicating with
We
others.
also make up words as we go
We
along.
do, right? That's the best part of this. In this curriculum, we help young children explore friendship with the horses and other children. What do you think?
Yeah, and what it is that they are, and every coach or equine assisted psychotherapy, anyone working with equines will know that they're using the horses to
Yes,
learn
exactly. So I don't
these
think we need to
skills.
say that, right?
Yeah, to work with
Because
kids. I mean,
this statement needs to be short and sweet.
right, short and sweet. Grab them in a sentence, right?
Yes, like we want them to know exactly what they're getting when they sign up for this program. In this
Exactly.
curriculum, we will help young children explore friendship. Attention will be placed on connecting and communicating with others.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
All right, okay. I think that's enough.
I do
Now,
too.
one of the things that was in this is calm, and I'm finding it doesn't really fit in this I help statement, but
Yeah.
that's okay because it also, this is the I help statement, which in academia is really your outcome.
Mm-hmm. And
Um,
it's the
this
same
is
with,
our promise to those parents of these children,
mhm.
what we're going to do. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
It's the same in mental health when you're writing a treatment plan. You
Ah,
know, you want to state clearly what the goals of the program is. You know what I mean, or what the goal of the treatment plan is, and you want to know, and you write it like we did with the coaches. You write it with your client.
perfect. So
So
then this, I didn't realize that it would be kind of similar, but that makes sense.
it is, it is very, yeah.
But now, the reason I think it's okay that we don't put the calm in here is this curriculum is about friendship. So
Yes,
I don't think it's necessary to put the calm in here.
I agree.
But we can explore that in emotions because calm
Of
is an
course,
emotion, right?
right.
Yeah, so that's okay. So now, when we look at the goals for the program, which in our academic world would be our objectives, okay? So we
Right.
have an outcome of the program. This is our promise to our client. And then we have objectives. And
Hmm.
these objectives should relate to our promise, right? They
Correct.
shouldn't be something totally like off left center, that doesn't
Yeah.
really have anything to do with the curriculum we're doing. So
Right.
we want the kids to have fun and make friends. Well, obviously, they're exploring friendship, so that's a perfect objective, right?
Yes. Yes.
For this program. And then we want to move that up, and Canva doesn't want me to do that. There we go. Okay. We want to explore emotions with the horses. And I think where this came was, of course, to communicate, which is part of our I help statement. We have to understand our emotions, and we have to be able to read and understand emotions of others. Oop, did you freeze, Cindy?
No,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
here I
We
am.
have to be able to explore our emotions, and we have to understand what other people are feeling. We have to learn to critically think, and this is the critical thinking and problem solving. What is this person really saying? Because we have a large part of our communication is not verbal, right?
Right.
And
Right.
so we need to be able to identify how other people are feeling. And I think we did a really good job with that with the
Yes.
horses in this
Yeah.
curriculum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learn to trust themselves and others. What do you think about that outcome from a mental health standpoint?
Ah, okay. Um, Learning to trust themselves and others is having the courage to take a chance, maybe coming up and introducing yourself to the horse, right? And seeing how, kind of like you said, learning to read the room. If the horse's ears are back, or he's rearing up, yeah, not a good plan.
Not a good time. And if maybe one of the other participants has their arms crossed and they're kind of like,
Right.
maybe that
Yeah,
person needs a little space too.
exactly.
Would you say that these kids probably at this age, actually, I'd say this is myself too, and I'm 51. But trusting themselves Do you think that's harder than trusting others?
I think it depends on the personality of the kids,
Mhm.
especially this age, the younger ones. With the older ones, no, I think it's harder for them to trust others, you
Others.
know. Yeah,
Interesting,
just to
interesting.
just kind of riffing here, but
Yeah.
yeah, that would be my gut feeling.
So, because we are concentrating in this curriculum on young children, elementary age, that would
Mhm.
be something we'd need to take into account writing
Yeah,
this curriculum for older kids.
right.
Um, and then exploring critical thinking and problem solving, learning
Mhm.
about differences. Honestly, I'm not sure we did enough about learning with about differences in this curriculum.
Mhm.
I'm going to look into that. I definitely tried to put in boundaries in this curriculum.
Sure.
So ideally, your program should have an I help statement. It's your promise to your people. And it
Right.
should have some things that you could say, okay, week one, we practiced exploring emotions.
Right.
Check. That's something off of the objectives. That's done.
Good.
We can evaluate it. We can see
Mhm.
how well those kids um, did after by communicating with their parents, seeing if their behavior changed, maybe even
Right.
communicating with their, you know, school teachers or something,
Right.
seeing if they're hanging out with more kids or, if they're making friends.
Right.
Ideally, you should be able to evaluate the effectiveness of your program, especially if you're a nonprofit. But in any case, you should one way to sell that your program is to show results.
Right.
And I think we do a really good job of doing that. But learning about
Absolutely.
differences, we can add in these things, but I'm going to look and see if there's more I can do with this. Um,
And keep
yeah,
in mind, for the coaches watching this or for the people watching this that want to, model their program after some of these, they can adapt it to their individual program. It's not written in
absolutely.
stone. Yeah.
Not written in
Yeah.
stone. Yeah. Yeah. So this program is just about done. It is some 17 pages of amazing, and it is all in our Wise Coach Club. We wrote it there and we took this program. We took information. Look at my little guys. I love
I
those guys.
love that.
I know, right? We took everybody's kind of information, what they really wanted to see in the program, and I think we were able to encompass a lot of it. Um,
Yes.
and we have 6 sessions here that are ready to go. Like
Yeah.
they are ready to go and they show all of those objectives and they relate to the outcome. So you can assess this. And it isn't just, I'm going to do my best to make sure we're talking about friendship.
Right.
I'm not asking Facebook an hour before we meet.
Right.
What should I do with this patient or this client and the horses? How many times
No.
have you seen that out there?
All the time, all the
All the
time. I think
time.
this is really valuable. I really do, to have sort of a guide, um, with a really, really, strong focus on what you want to address in those sessions. And you're not just, "Oh, what should we do for the last half hour?"
Yeah, exactly.
I've
It's
heard
not
that a
just
lot.
you know, uh it's not just, oh, I hope this, all comes together for this client. It's you
Right.
have to set this up so these clients have success. And I don't think
Yes.
anyone really teaches you how to do that. So
No.
this is the biggest lesson we have here today is your program, whatever it is you're doing, and we're talking about one program about friendship here, but this really does relate to your overall business,
Right.
your niche, let's say.
Mhm.
What is your I help statement, your outcome or promise to your clients? This is what is going to sell. This is your elevator speech, if you will. And how will you address that? Like I said, I think we're missing a little bit about differences. So I'm going to try to add in that somehow because that bothers me. Either
That's
that or
okay.
I'll take it right out of here. Because that might be, what do you think, Cindy? Is that another program totally? Learning about differences? Or is that part of friendship?
I think it's part of friendship.
Oh, so you're going to make me do some more work, is what you're
I'm
saying.
sorry.
That's okay. I
Well,
don't mind. It's fun,
I think it could be either or. It really could because y- everyone is different, right? And
right?
I'm thinking about different cultures,
Oh
okay?
gosh, yeah. That's
Right?
important too.
It
Mhm.
is really important. So you could do, like you said, a whole program on differences,
Oh,
okay?
so easy. But you're right, because if you come from a household and you have a culture and kind of your own way of living in within those four walls of your home,
Right.
you don't necessarily understand differences, and you probably at this age think everybody lives the same way you do.
Yes.
Right? So learning about
Yes.
differences, because that hopefully we can teach these young kids at this age how to celebrate differences and um, really
I
make a
like that.
difference in not just our clients' life, but in the world.
Yes.
That's what's
Yes.
exciting for me with this stuff. So, okay, I will write something about differences and put it in here. And if you are interested in this program, you can get it in Wise Coach Club. I don't know why you're not there already, folks, because it's $35. This took me forever to write with everyone. We met for, I don't know, it was 2 hours at a time. And was it 4 times?
Yes, 4 weekends.
So it was like 8 hours of work
Yeah,
and then lots of work on my own doing this by myself.
right.
Um, so come on, folks, come get this stuff. And we're gonna finish Johnny's story next weekend, which that recording is up here on our YouTube channel too, for the first session. And honestly, I wasn't planning on doing more with that, but everyone is asking. They want to
It's
finish
true.
Johnny's curriculum. So we're gonna work on that. Johnny is a young boy who was recently diagnosed, and he's a fictional character of my mind. Um, he was recently diagnosed on the spectrum, neurodivergent, and we're creating a program for others like Johnny. So if you are interested in doing that, we will be doing that in Wise Coach Club. So
Yes.
another reason to join. So thank you so much, Cindy, and everyone for watching. I will see you all online and hopefully in the club.
Yay.
Yay! Now
You
I have
take
to
care.
stop